What's up, everybody? Welcome to 2023 and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to go through the new 2023 retirement list that came out from Brick Fanatics a few days ago. It's always like a shiny toy to me. I just want to get my hands on it. And it's also fun to do these videos. There's a lot of really good sets that are slated to retire. One thing that's really cool that Brick Fanatics did this year, thank you Brick Fanatics, is they got, the set name and number as well as the retail price and the date that it actually came out on. So you can kind of look down the line and see, what sets have been out longer and which ones are more recent to help you with your decision making. Anyway, let's get into the list. A lot of good stuff. Let's go. So Brick Fanatics has got their first list here of 2023, and let's go through some of them. I am not going to go through all of them. I think there's a lot of winners here. And again, this is their list. Doesn't mean that it's set in stone. I mean, they're usually pretty accurate. Obviously, Lego has the final say in that, but I think the lists are usually pretty good. I'm going to do this alphabetically. So architecture is up first. They only have one set retiring, which is the White House. And this is one, if I can get it on a discount, obviously I'm going to grab some of them and we'll see how well it does. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are buying this one as well. Next is the Lego art. Now, I know a lot of people are not fans of them. I really like it. Now, I like it personally. I didn't invest in any of the Sith or the Marvel or the Beatles or anything like that. I did check. The Beatles look like it's doing about the best right now. And the Sith art or the Star Wars art is right behind it. The Marvel Iron Man is not doing good. You can still get it out there for a decent price. But the Sith and the Beatles, I think I saw if you got it for about 20% off, you've definitely been able to double your money at this point from what I saw. I think the Batman will do good. I mean, Batman is a very, popular character. Batman Lego does well. They got the Rolling Stones and the floral one that's retiring. I don't think I would definitely not put my money to those. You got the world map that's $250. I think that the Batman will do good. There's a lot of options. You can make Joker, Harley Quinn, a big Batman. There's a lot of options with this one. I think there's about 5 different things you can make with it. And it's one that I think I might get some of this year. Okay, on to some brick heads. Ahsoka Tano, this $10 set, I think is going to do really good once it retires. I know a lot of people may say it might be overly hoarded. I don't know. It's a Lego exclusive. You can't get it anywhere else. So it makes it harder for you to amass. Call it what you will. She is a very popular character now that she's got a show coming out. I mean, it just shows how much more popular she is. And I think this set's going to do phenomenal once it's gone. They gave us some brand new brick heads this year. They got some Lord of the Ring ones. I love them all. I think they're all going to do well. If I had to take a pick on which ones would do the best, it's this one right here, Gandalf the Grey and Balrog. I think this set will do really good once it retires. I know there's a lot of Lord of the Ring fans out there, and this would be something that would appeal to those that may not be Lego people. I think that they would still be interested in the 3 different sets. Another one that I picked was this Disney 100th celebration. I see this appealing to Disney people. It hadn't even come out yet. It's coming out February 1st, but just being that it's a 100th celebration type deal, this set probably will do really well once it retires. And if it's literally on the shelves for let's say 11 months, if it makes it to December, this set's going to have a lot of potential. The other one I didn't list that I really like, the Hagrid, Hermione, Harry Potter one. I like that one. I like the Voldemort one that retired last year. Harry Potter ones I think will probably do well too. Okay, up next we have Disney. There's a ton of Disney sets. I'm sure some will do really well. There's a couple Mickey 4+ sets that I think would do pretty good. I'm only going after one. There's too much Elsa going on out there. I know others like this set, and I was able to grab some from Macy's the other day. Pay attention to that stuff. Pay attention to these other retailers. Macy had them on sale. Then you got, I think, 12% Rakuten points with it. So just, always be paying attention to stuff like that to stack any discounts. But even those little books I think might do well. But if I had to pick one, this would be the one that I would go with. Again, there's a lot listed. There's a lot of Friends sets listed. Now, I know a lot of people probably have no interest in Friends. I would definitely encourage you to take a look. Tree houses do good except for the one idea set that's been, around for years. But the Friends treehouse stuff does pretty well. This one is a little bit bigger. I think that this one will do well. There's already little data out there showing that it's done pretty decent over this this last Q4. This is another one that my daughters have, and they love this set. And it's like a modular. You can stack it up. I think that this one will do really good if people, like modulars and they see this set. I believe it would appeal to them. The last one here is this Olivia Space Academy. I think that this one could do really good, being that it's NASA and it's a spacecraft and friends. I guess we'll see. I don't feel like there's a lot of data out there on it yet, but I think it's got potential. So there's a lot of Harry Potter sets retiring. Hedwig, I think, will do really good. It's a Barnes & Noble exclusive, which means it's going to be harder for you to amass a lot of them. And I think that will do really well. Now, that is the first one that came out, and I see Fox that came out second. There's a Target exclusive, is still able to be bought at Target if you want it. And then there's also the Horntail Dragon that's a Target exclusive that I think will do really well once it retires, because it's Harry Potter and it's an awesome looking dragon. But Hedwig should do pretty darn good once it retires. I picked 12 Grimmauld Place because I like the features of this one. It's got the hidden apartment that you can maneuver. It's got some cool playability features, a really good minifigure selection. This set should do good once it retires. Now, I'm really interested in these banners that they have coming out March 1st. They got 4 of them, 1 for each house. I think these are going to do really well. If they are coming out March 1st of 2023 and they're slated to retire, and they actually do retire at the end of the year, call it 9 months shelf life, these could do really good. I think the layout looks way better per this picture than the way the books did. And the books, Herbology was the first one to go, and then the rest was like a year later. So that Herbology is doing really well, and the other books will do well over time. The way they had it staggered retirement, I don't think did them any good. This one, though, if it does retire, if they all retire at the end of the year, I think that it will do really good, because people are going to be cut off and going to the secondary market to pick them up. I think there's a lot of potential with these banners. Moving on to the icons, you got the modulars, you got Assembly Square here, and we also got the bookshop. Both of those are retiring at the end of this year. The modulars seem to always do well. They've been out for a little bit, though, but there's still people that want to collect the modulars and build their cities. So there's always going to be that. There's only one space set retiring. You got the Apollo 11 lunar lander. Now, this set's been out for quite a few years, so I'm not certain how well it will do, but I still think that it's a nice piece. But the downside is it's been out for quite a few years, since 2019. Now, this is a really fun set that I need to get one for my personal collection. Again, this one came out in 2020, so it's been out for a couple years now. But this haunted house, I think that this is a really cool set. It's got that little elevator. I think this one has a lot of potential. It's great for Halloween, but I think it's just a really cool display piece in someone's city. Next, we got Santa's Visit. The Winter Village sets usually do pretty good. The Gingerbread House is slowly climbing. I think next Q4 will be good for it. The Elf Clubhouse, I didn't really get many of, but this is one that I think will do pretty good. You got Santa going down the chimney. I think people are going to like this set. So I got mixed emotions about this Galaxy Explorer. It's a Walmart exclusive, and it's been on sale for $75 for almost all of its life right now, which is a little weird. They don't normally do that with a set. They go up and down. It's pretty much stayed flat at $75 for quite a while. They even had it for $50 over the holidays, and if you picked them up, you probably flipped them. I don't blame you. I still think it has quite a bit of potential, and at that point it'll have a little over a year shelf life, so it might do well. Another icon set that has been out for a couple years is this Everyone is Awesome. I think this will appeal to a lot of people. This is one of those evergreen sets, in my opinion. It's fairly cheap. It's a $30 set, but it's a Lego exclusive. You can, and often they have it for $24, 20% off. I've bought quite a few of them already. I think that this set should do well once it finally retires. And on to the ideas. Obviously there's some other icons, the Mustang. I don't know. I'm sure it's just been out for a long time, but over here with the ideas, we got Winnie the Pooh. I'm not sold on this one. I definitely think that there are plenty of people that will want it. I think the Sesame Street, the 1, 2, 3 Sesame Street would have done better, or will do better than this one. I'm just throwing it out there. It's a possibility. There's also that Fender Stratocaster guitar set and amp that's supposed to retire. I'm not big on that one, and it may do well. I'll look a little more at data here coming up, but for now, I don't think it's a great set to invest in. This one right here, the Medieval Blacksmith, is where I would put my money if it comes to the idea set. This set's been out for, going on 2 years now, but it's an amazing set. This is going to be highly sought after once it retires. There's a lot of sets that I'm listing out today. This would be probably one of my top 5 picks to invest in this year. The next theme is Jurassic World. Now, they got a handful of sets, and I'm not too big in most of them. I did pick the Blue and Beta Velociraptor Capture. I think this is a really nice set. I think anything, I would say with the dinosaurs, but anything with the raptors should probably do well. There's the Atrociraptor or whatever it's called that might do well, but this one I like. It's got the truck, couple figures, and then you got Beta and Blue. I think this one would do pretty good. Now, to be honest, my favorite out of all of them and the one I probably would invest in, I'm not sure if I will invest in the Blue and Beta. I'll have to look at some more research, but I like this one, the T-Rex Breakout. This is a Target exclusive set, and it's one of the dioramas. I really like them. I think this one will do really well. If you've seen the T-Rex Rampage that retired about a year ago, it's doing really good, and it was out on the shelves for quite a while. I think this will pair well with that one. All right, on to Marvel. I think the Venom head will do really good. Now, it was in all stores, or still is in all stores, whereas there was the Carnage that's doing pretty good out there, was a Target exclusive. Arguably, Venom is a more popular character than Carnage. Now, nothing against Carnage, but Venom is one of those ones. I'm not saying he's Boba Fett. Please don't even sit there and take it that way. But he has a following, not a Boba Fett following, but I think he has a big following, and I would definitely say more than Carnage. They also got these figures. There's the Iron Man one that came out for $40 that I think probably can do good. But I really like this Venom figure. I think this one will do really good. Now, these are in all stores. They also got a Spider-Man Miles Morales one. And then there's the Spider-Man one here that probably would do good. But if I was to put all my eggs in one basket, I would go with the Venom. But the Spider-Man, you know, we'll see what happens over the next few months. And you know, I have to go with Thor's hammer. I really like this. Again, it's another Target exclusive, so you're only getting it there or at the Lego store. And I think this set will do good. It's a nice shelf piece. I have one over here. I think that it's one that adults are going to really want. And, you know, Marvel's not stopping now. Is Thor coming back? I don't know. I mean, they've had four movies, so he may be done. I don't know. There may be cameos, but I think it still has a lot of potential. And if they could ever put it on sale for like $80, I think that would be a good grab. There was a bunch of Minecraft sets that are retiring, and I'm honestly not really interested in any of them. This is the one that I think would do good. There's a little bit of data. It did pretty good this past Q4, going for about $40, $50 more over retail, this Llama Village, but it is a $130 set. Now, if you can get it for a good discount, this set might do pretty good. But this one, if I had to pick one for Minecraft, would be the one I would pick. All right, we're getting into seasonal. There was a handful of seasonal, a couple of the, you know, the lunar stuff. I'm not really interested in any of that. There is the 2-in-1 wreath that is still available in stores that I think will do well. But if I had to pick one, this would be the one, Santa Sleigh. This set's going to do phenomenal once it's finally gone. There was a lot of issues with it last season, and it was doing good out there. But this past fall, they've been well stocked in the Lego store. I'll just go in and grab 2 at a time. Doesn't seem to be a big deal. But once this one is cleaned out, it should do really good once it retires. Speed Champions. Now, 2 of them that are not listed that I was hoping to be listed because they are probably my favorite is the Lamborghini Countach and the Mercedes AMG dual set. I think that those will probably do the best, but they're not currently listed to retire. So maybe that means they're going to be a 2024 set, which is kind of a bummer. All of them are really cool sets. The Lotus Evja, or however you say it, and the Jesco, whatever it is. But if I had to pick one, I think the Toyota Supra will do really good once it retires. Even that Aston Martin dual set, I think will do really good. That lime green, you know, I know some people probably hate it. I think it looks all right, but it definitely has potential. But I still think right here, the Fast and Furious Dom's Charger, I think will do really good. And, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like they're going to start doing 1 per movie. That's my initial thought because they just came out with the Skyline from the Too Fast, Too Furious movie. So this is from the first movie. That one's from the second movie. You know, then they had that, what is it, Tokyo Drift. So I'm wondering if they're going to start dropping each year a car per movie, which if they do, it makes it very collectible. And this right here being the first one might do really good. Let me know your thoughts on that. I mean, I think I'm on to something, but we shall see. The 007 Aston Martin is going to do amazing as far as I'm concerned. It's going to pair really well with that creator expert Aston Martin. And then the fact that it's got a Bond minifigure. Are you freaking kidding me? Now, I'm assuming a lot of people are aware of this, and there's going to be a lot of people buying it up, probably just like Dom's Charger. It's constantly on sale. But I still think at the end of the day, this set is a winner. All right, we're getting close to the end, and I'm changing up my alphabet because I'm saving the best for last. They got the Super Mario sets, and there's too many Super Mario. I think there's a movie coming out which may help push a lot of the stuff, and there'll be a pop there, I would think. But there's just so many. It's kind of like Minecraft. There's just too many Mario little add-on sets. If I had to pick one that's retiring this year, I would go with the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's the classic Nintendo. This set I think will do really well. I mean, it's been out for 2 years now, over whatever, but I still think it'll do really well. I believe the Atari is even slated to retire. I would still put my money towards the Nintendo, even though the Atari's been out less. Nintendo was better. There's quite a few Technic sets. They got those like the Gravedigger and those that may be collectible, and they might be sleeper little sets that might do well because they got, I think, 4 of them now. There may be a couple new ones. They got a bunch of those, but a lot of the Technic, I don't think is worth it. I think this one would still do well, the Porsche 911 RSR, but it's been out since 2019 and it's been on sale quite a bit. So I may be wrong on this. There's just always the Porsche people, the Porsche collectors. So this set, still may have a lot of value after it is retired. I could be wrong though. In these little $50 range, they got that lime green, hideous Ford Mustang. And then they got the McLaren Senna, the blue one. Those I think would do good. But if I had to put my money towards one of them, I would go with this Jeep Wrangler. I know a lot of other people are already investing in it. You can get it at $40, 20% off like all the time. Still think it should do really good. There's just so many Jeep Wrangler enthusiasts, especially here in America. I don't know what it's like, around the world, but they're freaks. There's a lot of them. This is going to appeal to that person that's not a Lego person. All right, I hope you're still with me. We've made it to the best for last. I'll go ahead and take a quick pause and say that I didn't get into like Ninjago and some of these other Monkey Kid I don't know really much about. The Ninjago, every other set's a dragon. I'm sure there's some good ones in there. And when I take the time, I'll do some research. But I looked through the list. I mean, literally every other one was a dragon. It's ridiculous. Dragons still do good, but that's kind of absurd. Let's move on to Star Wars. It's the best theme overall. I know a lot of people seem to think it's Creator Icon and Lego Ideas. Let me go ahead and correct that. It is Star Wars. The AT-AT, this is a classic set. It is not the first set, but they do well. And this one's amazing. I got it up here. I don't think you can see it, but either way, it's been out for a couple of years. If you can get it on discount, I got mine for my personal collection at Target for $30 off, I think a year or two ago. Still going to do really good. Now, if you've been living under a Cloud City rock, it has done really good. These Master Builder Series sets look like they're going to do really good. And I love this set. The Mos Eisley Cantina, I think, is going to do really good. Now, it's a pricier set. You're looking at $400 now, I believe. They were at $350. So it's going to be a chunk of change to invest in. But I think that it'll be well worth it if you like bigger sets. Speaking of another little bigger set, is the Razor Crest. Now, it's been out for a few years. It is a Amazon exclusive. And rarely is it ever on sale. I've picked up a couple of them at, 90 something dollars or whatever, but it's rarely on sale, but it still performs well. And I think that this set, once it's done and gone, there's still going to be people. Hopefully they keep renewing The Mandalorian, and there's going to be people that miss out on it and are going to want it, and they're going to have to pay. Another awesome, went from $350 to now $400 set is the Republic gunship, the UCS style ship. This set's going to kill it once it retires. I think the Boba Fett Slave One, this $50 set that you can easily get for $40 anywhere, should do pretty good once it retires. Slave Ones do well. The 20th anniversary, did really good, but that was the last Slave One. Now they call it the Boba Fett Starship. But I still think that fans, they're not going to pay the premium for that. So this is one that it still might jump up to maybe $100 and people are willing to pay for it. We'll see. Let me know your thoughts about the Boba Fett's throne room and how well do you think this one will do? I'm not sure yet. But I think that it has a lot of potential. The old throne room obviously is a different model, a better model, had Jabba, but I think this one definitely has a lot of potential, and it's got a lot of minifigures and a couple of unique ones to it. They came out with 3 dioramas last year. You got the Dagobah Jedi training, the trench run, and then the trash compactor, which is a Walmart exclusive. Dagobah and the trench run are slated to retire. I do not see the trash compactor on there, which to me, the trash compactor is the best one and the one that I would prefer to invest in, especially being that it's a Walmart exclusive. but it seems like we have some time. So for now, based off of the data that we have, I would probably roll with Dagobah Jedi Training. I think that this set should do really good once it retires. I think all of them will do well, but I think that I would put my money towards this over the Trench Run. If you haven't seen how well this set's already performed, go take a look. The Republic Fighter tank is doing really good. It is a Target exclusive, so again, harder to get your hands on, but it's been in stock for quite a while. I don't really see any stock issues, but I think people are going to really want this set. It's got Mace Windu and his 187th Legion clone troopers that people really like. They'll build their armies with, and currently that's the only one. Now, if they come out with any battle packs with the 187th clone troopers, that could be something that might diminish the value of this set. But for now, I think that this is a winner. Another Target exclusive, the Dark Trooper helmet. The helmets, I love the helmets. I think they all are going to do well, some better than others. Obviously, the TIE Fighter helmet has killed it. It did phenomenal for me this past Q4. I finally let mine rip. And Carnage right now is doing really good. This is the next one to retire, and just based off of the popularity of the Dark Troopers and the Mandalorian, I think that this one will do really good as well. There's so many good Star Wars sets, you know, and I'm doing a lot of this just for conversation. I'm honestly, there's no way I can invest in all of these sets, but I plan on getting quite a few of the Star Wars ones. And the last one here is the Boba Fett Starship, the Microfighter, for $10. You know, it just came out. The Razor Crest that retired last year that you can still get your hands on for about $10. Hopefully will do well. But I think this one, if you're want to invest in the cheaper sets, you can amass a ton of these. And I would think that they're going to triple in price pretty easy. This will probably bump up to $30 pretty easy within a year, I would say. But I really like this set. This is the last set on my list. I hope you enjoyed the video. There's a lot of good sets out there. Some are better than others. You know, let me know in the comments below your thoughts. Which ones do you plan on investing in? Or are there any that you're steering away from because you don't think they're good or too many people are going to go after it? Let me know. I'd like to hear what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching. Mike with Dead Bricking. I'm out.